Good morning. Today I'm going to talk to you about this book that's right here that says, Have You Filled Your Bucket Today? It's a guide to happiness every day for kids. And I am going to grab it just for a minute to tell you the author is Carol McLeod, and you can get it and look at it if you like it. So, boys and girls, have you filled your bucket today? I have a little bucket right here, just to illustrate. Everybody in the world has a bucket. It's an invisible bucket. You can't see it, but it's there. Everyone, big people, little people, old people, young people, you all have a bucket. And your bucket has one purpose: to hold good thoughts and good feelings about yourself. If you feel happy, your bucket is probably full. But if you feel sad and lonely, your bucket is probably empty. Everyone feels that way. But you cannot fill your bucket up yourself. I can't fill my little bucket. You can't fill your invisible bucket. Other people fill your bucket for you. And you can fill other people's buckets. That's how it works. No one can fill their own bucket. And how do you fill a bucket? Well, my bucket has stuff in it. My bucket has hearts in it. Little hearts. And when my bucket is all full of those little hearts, I will feel really, really good. But how do you fill the bucket? Well, if somebody shows love to me, or does something kind, or says something nice, or is helpful, they're being a bucket filler, and they fill my bucket right up. A bucket filler is a caring person who says and does things that make other people feel special. When you make somebody feel good, you're a bucket filler. And people are filling my bucket all the time. And I try very hard to fill other people's buckets by saying nice things, by giving a kind word, helping out. Whatever I need, somebody needs something, I try and do something nice. A compliment. Gee, I like your skirt. I like the way you did that. You did a good job. That's being a bucket filler. Now, there's another kind of person, a bucket dipper. I don't want to be a bucket dipper. Nobody wants a bucket dipper. Excuse me. You can dip into somebody else's bucket and take out good feelings. If you say mean things, do mean things, ignore someone, if you're a bully, you're a bucket dipper. Bucket dippers make people feel bad. They take out the good feelings. They take out those good hearts out of the other people's buckets. And it makes them feel sad. And sometimes when you're a bucket dipper, it makes you feel sad too, because you realize you made other people unhappy. And a lot of bucket dippers have empty buckets. And they think they can fill their own bucket up by dipping into somebody else's. If I say mean things to somebody, that's going to make my bucket full of good things. That doesn't work. You can never, ever hurt somebody and make yourself feel good. It doesn't work. You can't feel good about yourself when you're hurting other people. So bucket dippers keep their buckets empty because they never say anything nice to people that makes them feel good, and that way nobody says anything nice to them to make them feel good. Guess what? When you fill somebody else's bucket, you're filling your own bucket too. Because when you say something or do something nice for somebody else, that gives you a good feeling. It's like patting yourself on the back, saying, yep, yep, I did a good thing. So when you do good things and fill other people's buckets, you're putting a little bit in your own bucket at the same time. That's the only way you can put anything in your bucket, is by doing good things for other people and making them feel good. All day long, from the time we get up in the morning till the time we go to bed at night, we are either filling buckets or dipping into buckets by everything we say and do. So you need to practice being a bucket filler and see how full your own bucket gets while you do it. Now, what are some of the things that you can do to fill your bucket? Well, let's look at my bucket. I have things in here, just a few from today. What can I do? Well, I have, let's see what I have. I have, good job. I was on the phone this morning with a student and I said, what a good job you did. A compliment, saying something nice to somebody. You like their hair. Saying I love you to someone you love. That fills your bucket. If you wave hello, I did that on the way over here today. Wave hello. If you smile, if you give somebody a happy face, draw a happy face on something of theirs. If you help somebody out, if you do something that's kind to someone, show a kindness. Just saying hi sometimes can make somebody's day. Saying hi, how are you? Somebody said that to me this morning. Pastor Shelley said that, how are you? And that filled my bucket a little bit. Saying thank you when somebody does something for you. And when it's somebody that you know really well, like your mother or father or your grandmother or your grandfather, if you give them a hug and say, I love you, or thank you for doing this for me, that puts something in your bucket. Now I've got some that I haven't written anything on yet. I've got 4 of these yet that I haven't written on. Gee, I wonder what I could put on those. I'll have to see by the end of the day. And you can think of things that you could put on a little heart that fills your bucket, your imaginary bucket. And it can be an imaginary heart. Bucket filling is easy. It doesn't cost anything. Anybody can do it. Even really little tiny kids can do it. Even old people like me can do it. It doesn't take much time. Every morning you can say to yourself, I've got to fill some buckets today. What can I do that can fill other people's buckets? And every night before you go to bed, you can say to yourself, did I fill any buckets today? Let's see, how many buckets did I fill today with good feelings? And bucket filling makes everyone feel good, especially you. So, fill your bucket today and don't be a bucket dipper. Bye.